Hello and welcome to my channel, Crafting with me and Deannie Jones, and welcome to the last thing thrifted, collaboration with my dear friends Monica of Up All Night DIY, Dawn of Shabby Meets Bling, of course myself, and Shelly of Repurpose My Way. We get together to share the last thing thrifted and what we make of it. So let's see what I got this week. Well, the last time I went thrifting, believe it or not, was up in Mount Dora in January. And look at this cute little critter that I found there. Believe it or not, she's a little broken, or he, I don't know how you want to call it, if it's a vixen or if it's a fox. But the leg was broken and the tail was broken. Now, at first I thought I was going to have to recreate the tail, but the tail was there. It was in the bag. I was so happy. So all I have to do is just fix this little critter up and make her or him adorable for the spring season coming up. Now, this is not a real fox, but it does have real fur, believe it or not. So I was a little concerned with my cats and how they would receive this cute little fox. So first I'm going to fix its cute little paw and then the tail. The paw was still semi-attached, so all I had to do is glue it into place. I'm just using hot glue, and the same thing with the tail. And I think it looks fine to me. It's sturdy, it stands up, and I just think it is so adorable. It's not a bunny, but it is a fox, and I think it's very appropriate for springtime. Now, I have to be honest with you, I was at a loss for inspiration. My friend, though, sent me this that she saw at Marshall's. Now, I have to apologize because I had started working on the craft. I was so excited to make this, and I forgot to film the first part of this craft. So there's the text that I received and how I started working on it. Now, this canister, first to let you know, everything here is actually gifted to me. So I was gifted that ribbon, I was gifted the felt that I used, the white felt that I used for the bunny ears, and this was chow mein noodles that I had left over, and I had thrown this in the garbage, and I said, what, am I nuts? I can use this for this craft. So again, I apologize that there are some steps that you don't see there. And as I said, I was gifted, the felt was gifted to me, and so was the ribbon. It was just leftover ribbon. And now all I'm going to do, so first what I did was I created the bunny ears, as you can see, with the felt. And then I covered the chow mein noodles canister with this beautiful satin that was also gifted to me. And now I'm just going to cover the top of the hat. And the gift of this, the felt, the ribbon, and the satin was from my friend Betty, who was closing her shop. She had like a notions shop right around the corner from my office, and we met and hit it off, and she had to get rid of some items. So she donated the majority of the items to United Way, although they couldn't use them all, so they gave me some of the items so that I could use it. But they do know that I'll be using many of the items to create things for United Way for any kind of events and stuff. So here I just used the top of that canister to top the hat. And now I'm using this beautiful trim. It's this lovely ribbon trim, similar to the one that was in the picture, just to cover up that plastic canister top. I could have done a better job, and I'll be very honest with you. I was running to do this. It's just been busier for me and more stressful. And to be honest with you, it's just very hard for me to just get to crafting. As you can see, I'm still crafting on the dining room table. I still have half of my craft room laying out in the middle of my hallway because of other distractions or other things that have gone on in my life, such as wonderful things as seeing my brother up in Tallahassee. But I have to be very honest with you. I feel very discombobulated. Crafting wise and creative wise. I just feel very tired and overwhelmed, and when I sit down to craft, I am always under the gun. I don't have time to plan anymore, or to dream anymore, or to think, what am I going to do next? Just to explain one thing right here, that cardboard piece, you see that was an insert for a set of plates. So I kept them because crafter, and I saw the plate and I said, well, I can use this for something. So I am definitely using this right now to create the brim of this hat. And by the way, I am going to give this to my friend Roxy. So Roxy, if you're watching, thank you for sending me that wonderful picture and thinking of me and saying, hey, Annie, could you make something like this? And I said yes. So I am more than happy to give this to Roxy as an Easter gift, an early Easter gift. So yes, the satin was gifted, not thrifted. So this is gifted, thrifted, or sifted. And it's either I got it, somebody gave it to me, I bought it, or at a thrift store, or I found it in the garbage. So it's, thrifted, gifted, or sifted. That's what I want to call it. But again, going back, and I'm sorry, I don't like to complain. I'm very, very blessed. I'm very, very happy. I'm just a little overwhelmed when it comes to the crafting side. It's just being, displaced from my craft room, trying to get everything back into my craft room, trying to decide what I can keep, what I can't. And it's hard when you have a hoard and you got a good hoard and you're like, well, do I keep it? Do I not? Do I give it away? And I try to give it away or donate it to, local crafting friends as well. Or crafting resource sites. So yes, that's what I've been doing. So here, there's the rim of the hat, the brim of the hat, the brim of the hat. And in my defense, I should have glued the middle of that fabric to the middle of that cardboard, so it'd be easier to glue the top hat part to the brim part of the hat. But no matter, it'll still look nice. This is not to be worn. This is to just sit on a shelf or a mantle somewhere and decorate for Easter. Here I am referring to the picture once again, and that's when I realized, I didn't glue this down right. So here we go to glue it down again. Now I'm trimming the bottom of the ears, and I am so very sorry I didn't show you how I made the ears, but I basically cut out the ear shapes out of the felt. Inside I used I always call them pipe cleaners. Chenille stems. I use chenille stems inside so that I can shape them however I like. And then of course I use the inside was just a ribbon that you can see that's there on the top hat. And I did forget to add some buttons, so I will add buttons afterwards. And here I'm adding some more of this beautiful trim. Thank you again, Betty. I took little pieces of trim home from the trim that you had donated to United Way. We are using them for certain items and stuff, and for projects like little craft projects that we have at the office. And here I'm using that same trim around the ears. It just adds a little touch. Everything is just the details. It's the devil's in the details, right? So that's what I'm doing here, is just creating that little trim for the ears. I think it'll just bring the ears to match perfectly with that beautiful pink satin. I've been trying to reorganize my fabrics. I've been trying to reorganize my trims, my ribbons, and many of you are used to me creating a video showing the process. And to be quite honest with you, I just don't have the stamina and the strength to film. It's been weeks, and it's not that I'm painting or refurbishing or anything. It's just a matter of organization and finding things and discovering where I kept things, because for a very, very long time I couldn't even walk into my craft room. Between Christmas and New Year's and Halloween, and it was just getting more and more a storage room instead of a crafting creative room. So I'm taking my time, and that's why I feel displaced. My cats also feel displaced. They are always very sad when I go into the craft room and they realize I'm not going to stay there. So they run in there, and whatever little space that they can find, they'll cozy up. But I promised myself that I will be there before Easter comes. I was trying to get there before Valentine's Day came, but life as it is. But that's okay. And I'll be very honest with you. I wouldn't go out and buy this. I would never have gone out to buy this little hat with the rabbit ears. And now I love this. I absolutely think this is the most adorable thing I have made so far. And I say so far because there's much more to do. And to be very, very honest with you, I'm very happy that Roxy sent me this as an inspiration, because I haven't even had time to go just window shopping, it's just been so crazy. And I'm sure a lot of you out there are in the same boat. I know that many of you have gone through horrible, horrible snowstorms. I hope you're all doing well. And I shouldn't complain living here in beautiful sunny South Florida, but I also get frustrated when I have to sit inside on a weekend day after sitting inside in the office working all week because I have to finish my videos. But this is what I'm doing this morning, this very morning before this video comes out. Actually, I did this midnight, and then the next craft I did early in the morning. And I am editing in a rush as always, but I'm always happy to create a video and create more inspiration to share with each and every one of you. So what do you think? Do you like this idea of creating your own little rabbit ears Easter bunny hat? I love this. And when you add the beautiful florals, it just makes it so cute. This is, to me, the epitome of shabby chic Easter with the colors and the flowers and the trims, and you can add lace to this, whatever you'd like. And of course, you can decorate this according to what you like best. So you can make it more yellow or blue or aqua, whatever colors that you like. And I just love this. I never thought of making this. I don't think I would have made it of my own accord. So again, thanks Roxy, and of course thanks to all my co-hosts with this last thing, Thrifted. And again, these are all gifted items and sifted items because many of these flowers I had in my stash, and of course I sifted through the garbage to find that canister so I can make this hat. So that goes to show you can make a little rabbit bunny ear hat of any size with any canister that you happen to have around the house. So I hope you try this out, and I hope you enjoy this. And I also hope that Roxy enjoys this when I give it to her later tonight. So if you all recall, for Christmas, I used a time and travel theme for Christmas decorations at the Deering Estate. So there'll be a lot of clocks to decorate now because I have a bunch of clocks left over and I'm going to make good use of them. And I unfortunately was not home during the IOD spring release this year. And Lynn and Megan of L&J Goods had reached out to me, and I missed the email. So it could have been part of that whole, I couldn't have done it anyway because it would have been shipped while I was out of town. But even though I wasn't part of this year's spring release, here's Wildeblumen. Remember Wildeblumen? I love that one. I really do. I can't remember if that was for spring or fall, but I love Wildeblumen just to say Wildeblumen. And I am so sorry that you guys are all, I love the IOD sisters, but these names, I feel for you people. You're all struggling with the names, or French or Latin or whatever. I mean, I speak Spanish, so I don't know. I guess I get it. But, oh my God, there's like one called Saint Olive or something like that. I don't know. But I do remember that the name for like egg is like oof. Like, I'm not kidding you. It's like oof. That's in French. So there you go. Anyway, so let's find some Wildeblumen designs for this cute little clock that works. It's battery operated. It's a cutie. And I think I got it was $2.99 originally, so I got it for 50% off. And I just look at this design. I think it's perfect. Perfect. So I am just using a transfer. If you've never used a transfer before, it is the easiest thing. I obviously did this the same morning that this video is coming out, so I wanted to make sure I had at least 3 crafts. I always have to work in threes. So this was a last minute addition. I wasn't able to really plan out my videos or what I was going to do, but yes, this was thrifted. Again, $1.50. It's a cute little mantle clock, I guess you call it. And I like clocks, so I'm glad I have a lot of clocks to work with for future projects, and I hope I can share those with you. But if you have seen IOD transfers before, it is just so satisfying. These beautiful colors just coming through, and I decided I was going to wrap this around. And there's little Luna, I love little Luna working with me. Again, I feel so sad because they don't have any space. That was the other reason why I needed to really work on my crafting space, because I was running out of space upon which to craft, like table space. something as simple as table space. Once the cat sat there, it was like there was no place for me to work. And I love having my kitty cats around with me while I'm crafting. So here I'm just adding all the Wildeblumen flowers that I could all over the place. I gotta clean the back of that clock a little better. I tried to remove the price tag with alcohol, and it did come off eventually. So this is just a matter of placing and I don't know, scraping. What do you call that? Look at that with that technical tool there that I like to call a popsicle stick. If you can't find the other stick that comes with the transfers, just use a popsicle stick or a credit card. Either one works well. I'm so glad that I found my Wildeblumen pack, because I could not even find my transfers. That's how bad it's getting in my craft room. It's just a unmitigated disaster. I am more than happy to share my disasters, but this was bad. I didn't even want to set up the camera and think about the camera angles and this and that. I just want to go in. I literally just took everything out of the craft room. So it's in the dining room. It's in the, Florida room. There's some stuff in the kitchen. There's some stuff in the hallway. Even poor Luke has some of the equipment is in Luke's room, and fabrics in my room. It's just gotten insane. So this weekend and next weekend, I hope to be able to get my room into order so that I can get back in there so I can really craft for springtime, because I love the springtime. I'm also sad because springtime is the only time you can really be outside in Florida, because it's really nice and the weather is cool, but it's beautiful and sunny. And I do want to take advantage of being out and about on the weekends and enjoying all the outdoor flea markets and stuff. So here I'm finishing up. I actually kind of aged the clock face. I should have changed the clock face, but I wasn't going to take it apart and all that stuff. I could have just done that, but I just decided to age it a little bit. I'm aging that silver because I just didn't like it. So I'm using a little bit of antique wax and just putting it on there as best as I can. I'm trying to even put it on from the sponge, and just getting the clock put together so it looks like it all belongs. And that silver definitely would not have worked with this Wildeblumen clock. So here I am finishing up the clock, and let's take a final last look at everything I created today. Thanks again to my sweet friends, Monica of Up All Night DIY, Dawn of Shabby Meets Bling, and Shelly of Repurpose My Way, 3 women who constantly offer great friendship and great inspiration. Please check out their channels in the links below, as well as all the channels that have joined us for this last thing thrifted. Thanks again for stopping by, and if you enjoyed this, please remember to like, share, and subscribe. And as always, stay safe, be kind, God bless each and every one of you, and remember to live the adventure. I'll see you again very soon.